So thank you, and greetings everyone, and good evening, and for me, morning. So, yes, I think I already been introduced, so I'll just say quickly that my name is Fabiano, I'm from Brazil. I work in development and humanitarian sector. Previously, I was in Panama as a regional director for the humanitarian and emergency affairs work with World Vision, so I understand very well the question about the child migration and all those kind of things. I was working with that before. I really love technology, and especially those that have social impact, and I'm currently in Timor-Leste. So let me just kind of give you some other stories from Timor-Leste, but very similar to what Heidi was sharing. In Timor-Leste, people don't have financial services. There's no digital platforms for transferring money. Everything is done in a bank, and it's also, for you to have an idea, people have to go, like, travel long distances, and pensions, if you're a pensioner in Timor-Leste, you only receive your pension once a year, once or twice a year. It's delivered by truck. The bank goes with trucks and with the police, and they deliver to people. So you're looking at this picture is Mrs. Angela. She's a health promoter in our communities where we work, and we are introducing our technology, saying, imagine if you would get your social benefits directly in your hand without having to leave your home, and you can go to the shop and buy the groceries, and you can buy the food that you need on a monthly basis. And they catch that concept very, very quickly, and it actually creates a lot of expectations. So at this point, Mana Angela, she spends around $12 to go get her $30 pension, like twice a year, that is paid every 6 months. So there are many other women, and recently, I think in a month ago, a patient here, a very senior citizen, just died in line at the bank, and this has created a lot of news and a lot of rage, actually, from the Christian leaders and the church in Timor-Leste. It's a very Catholic country. It's 99% Catholic. And they went on the media and they said, please, to the government to solve these problems. And yeah, you have people like on the other photo there that have to sometimes travel, or just if you're in the mountain, you have to wait all your money. And for sure, when you get that money, it's never used for what it's intended. So the benefit you get for the children to be in school is used maybe to buy a motorbike or fix the house, and that's just reality. So I'll continue to talk a little bit about the context in Timor-Leste. It's 1.2 million people. It's a very small country, a small island, and half of the country is children. It's still a post-conflict context, and people there have a very strong and proud culture, especially for the liberation from the Indonesia in 2001, with the referendum. And it's a very remote, very mountainous country, very low on human development, very high on youth employment. 70% of the population are subsistence farmers, and it's one of the countries with the highest levels of malnutrition in the world. So basically 50% of the children are either stunted or they have, or they wasted. Their weight is very low for their height. So I'll keep going. So what is World Vision is really, a lot of our projects address the issue of nutrition, and we do it through parents' clubs that we call, so building the capacity of the men and the women through mothers groups or farmers groups. And we are doing what is called nutrition-sensitive agriculture. So we promote foods that are lacking in their diet, which is mainly protein-rich foods like soybeans, eggs, like lentils, the local lentil, and moringa, orange sweet potatoes, and we tell people to plant and eat and then sell it. So a lot of NGOs and a lot of people doing livelihoods projects, and we're not against vegetables, but we're just doing the agriculture that is needed in the diet, that is missing in the diet. So we also work in climate change and reforestation, resilience, and we combine, our programs are very integrated. We have savings and loans groups, and our staff is all based at the community level. So we're not just going and getting out, we stay with the community where we work. Innovation for social change, as I said, we were invited by the central bank to participate in the financial inclusion strategy because of our big influence with our savings and loans groups. And so I went to, after this meeting, I had the chance to meet with the CEO of Monte Noah, Emerson Tan, and he presented at a humanitarian forum where we got together, and I told him there was a lot of opportunities in Timor-Leste, and so he came last year, and then this January we started doing some research and developing the technology that appropriate to the context. And later on we joined by Global Bonsai and Simile, who are financial and technology companies that one of them are in Timor, and one of them is helping us with more like the banking framework. So with all these names and with all these ideas, you know, how can we move this forward? So we decided to create Tamle, which we have a vision that will make life better for people. Tele in Tetron, the local language, means it's possible. So it's the card that makes things possible. So if you want to improve your health, Tele. You know, if you want a better education, Tele. You know, it's possible. So our idea is that with this project, will promote social and financial inclusion, gender equality, so behavior change for well-being and economic development, and all the data analytics that Heidi is also sharing, that we can build the credit history for people according to their savings in their cards. By the way, I have cards here with me in my hands. These are the wallets. I don't think I can do a demonstration with the phone because you won't see anything, but I'll keep moving forward. So Cartão Bela is a digital cash transfer platform. It's based on like every beneficiary having a card, having a wallet, and these wallets can be connected to cryptocurrency and other wallets, although everything that we put here is in US dollars, is the current local currency, is fiat money. So people can receive money. So there's 3 ways we can transact. You can transact from card to card using a phone. You can transact card to a vendor, and you can transact from a card to a remote phone. And it doesn't need to be a smartphone. You receive just an SMS, and you have to go to the vendor shop where they have the smartphone. So a lot of cards and small amounts of smartphones. So these cards here, they are very packed with security. They run on a ledger, on a blockchain on the background. They use NFC technology, so you only use an Android phone with NFC as a terminal, so you don't need to build any infrastructure. And this would be like the equivalent of an ATM machine in our context. So, yeah, and the amazing thing about this card is that it's even allowed to do transactions offline. So you don't need to be connected to the 3G network to do a transaction. The transactions will replicate later. So it's a lot of intelligence in the card, so very good technology. So when we came first in January this year with the community, the app was very different. It didn't look like this. This was all built by the perceptions and the inputs of the people that we interviewed, especially in the most rural areas. So the app had a lot of features, chat box and pay, receive, You can do phone to phone, phone to QR code, and we decided to strip everything out and we just left the payment as the first step. So we believe that in the future this could be improved in the other version. So basically you can do a payment, you would put the amount, in the first screen there you would put the amount, and then the second screen will ask like who received the money, and then if you're doing with the card, you would touch the card so it identifies with the card that receives the money. Then the person that is paying, that is sending the money, enters the password. There's a password protection on the card, and then touch this card, and then immediately the other person already has the money. It also has the ledger functionality, so you would press sync and transfer. So if you've been notified that you have received money, you just go to the vendor and you can sync. And the interesting thing about this technology is the money is actually in the cards. Nothing stays on the phone, which to prevent what Haley was telling about all the history and all that information. So I will continue. So during our pilot, what came up from women, to empower women, you have to give them a way to save money. But it also, what they came very clear is that their privacy. Privacy is a big issue in developing countries. There are traditional ceremonies that people have to contribute that keep them in poverty. You know, there's gender-based violence. You know, the husband is stealing the funds from the women. And so the feedback from our savings and loans groups and people that we have included in this project is that they really like the speed that you can do the transactions, so you don't have to travel long distances. Security, if they lose the card, they don't lose their money, and the privacy that nobody has the card. And very interesting, they said if we can look at the ledger, we know where our money is being spent, so we can plan better. This is a little bit of how the project is working now. So World Vision deposits the funds in Cartão Belly account. That money is tokenized in US dollars and becomes digital. It's sent to beneficiaries through like a card-to-card system, or a facilitator in the field can go and distribute also to the beneficiaries with the card. Then they go and redeem the products they want. Vendors can then invoice Cartão Belly, or they can also cash out through the savings and loans groups as cash agents. It's a very closed loop system in the beginning, and we're discussing because this is so new and there's nothing like this in Timor-Leste, we have to help also the regulators to have the right like laws and policies to regulate this system. So I won't go into what we're doing, but right now we are starting, so we finished a little pilot with around 40 users, and we're going to replicate the social benefits of the government, this $5 per children per month with 100 children. So we'll do it at a study for 3 months, and we'll compare between what do people do with the money they receive every 6 months, and what do the people do if they're receiving monthly. Will they spend that money in their children, in their nutrition, and in their education? So, and we also, when we designed this, we designed with the idea that we have our communities ready for any disaster, so we can transfer cash to them right the day after the disaster, so they can start rebuilding their lives. So this was more like on the donor promise and on the efficiency of this program. But when we start looking at the context, this has so many other ramifications in financial inclusion, gender empowerment, and you can do all kinds of projects and all kinds of incentives with the technology. So our project actually is, we have a plan to expand to 6,000 beneficiaries in 2 municipalities, around 70 villages and savings and loans groups. We have 200 phones, also to include 200 vendors. And we plan to have a monthly cash transactions between $5,000 to $10,000. and we have 10,000 cards available at this moment for this project. So the next steps for us is to continue to expand the network and find new users. So we're in negotiation with the Red Cross, with some organizations who work in the water and sanitation sector. And for sure we want to, our biggest market is the social payments. It's about $200 million a year. That this money that is being distributed very inefficiently right now. So we're in negotiation with the Ministry of Social Solidarity, WFP, and the Central Bank to see if we can become a solution for them. And we want to continue to partner with social investors, grow the ecosystem, and look at different works beyond humanitarian assistance. We can do carbon credit payments and nutrition programs, water and sanitation, and things that I mentioned before. Thank you very much, and I'll be very glad to take your questions and be in touch with you as well. Obrigado. Bye.